Szevasztok, srácok! Üdvözlök mindenkit! A Sherlock Holmes streamben. Jelen játék magyar felirattal fog pörögni. És iszonyatosan meg van hajtva 3090. Mindjárt elalszik. Adtunk egy 60 FPS-es lokkot a játéknak. Annyival is lehet pipázni, nem igaz? Na, lássuk. Miből élünk. Beállítás. Maxon van. Hogyan játsz? Futni is lehet, hoppá. Sherlock adottság. Képzeletindítás. Hát jó. Nézzük meg 100-on. Hát valamiért nem adja fel a chat overlay. Az ukrán mennyei százának bűnök és büntetések. Bűn és bűnhődés. Majdnem. Lestrade nyomozó. Mrs. Hudson. Mycroft Holmes. Big. Fekete Péter. Következtetés ikon minden alkalommal meg. Következtetés ikon azt jelzi, hogy a nyomokból fontos következtetés vonható le, ami segíthet egy nyomozás előre haladtá. Oké. Kis bűn és bűnhődés. Ajaj. Figyeld már, fedezék. Ó, de halk. Miért ilyen halk ez? Asztal. Gált oda. Elvesztek a hangot. Audio fő hangerő. 70-re. Oké, folytatom. Sherlock.
Stop, Holmes!
Uh-oh.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Sörgő bilincsek. Rendőr. Kiadja a 9. lépést. Rest felügyelő.
Lestrade. What is it this time?
You can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey. Born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Merry Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They
Merry
robbed the
Men.
powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Hát igen, grafikán azért látszik, hogy 2014-es a játék. Ne? Jó. Viszont mindig nem jó a hang. Nagyon halkan beszélnek. Feljebb vesszük a hangot. Na, nyomozz Péter Kári. Vizsgáld meg. Helyszínét, válasz egy ügy. Groteszk. Hát még nem tudjuk miért groteszk.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Tele van itt utalásokkal az eredeti. Az nagyon jó. Na. Levelek.
This is where I keep my post. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Hudson szobája, honnan nem megyünk be?
Oh,
Hudson.
what a mess! What a terrible mess!
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Okay. Baker Street.
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Hol van a ruhám? Flinta. Reggeli költös. Matróz. Lezser öltöny. Föl a fené. Fekete. Barna. Zöld. Ó, itt is át lehet öltözni. Könnyű öltöny. Öltöző. Farmer. Ha? Nincsenek? Akkor ami az húzás lenne. Jönk ebbe. Klik. Mi van még itt? Tényleg tud futni.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
I'm over here. Koncentrálj olyan részletekre.
It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Amályozzak meg, mit akar.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open. But I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Az igen. Jó, figyeld, ma meg lehet vizsgálni. Vissza meg előre. Ó, kérdezkedsz. Az mi? Ah. Búbos cinege. Ja. Karakterportré teljes.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Oh, már
Yes,
tudja.
Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Tud. Zarándoklat gondozott, mert az áldozat profilja. Legyen zarándok.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Na nézzünk. Mikkel lehet beszélni?
Mr. Holmes?
Hol van a hulla? Kéne menni a kis ház.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Nagyon helyes.
The
Ott
door is
hagyták a helyén.
locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Hoppá.
Let me see.
Ajtó. Micsoda felfedezés.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Oh.
What a terrible way to die.
Beginezett.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. Harpoons for hunting whales.
Hát fel volt tankolva rendesen az öreg.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Hát ezt jól ide szögezték.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime. but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Whoa.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Koncentrálj a nyomok közti összefüggések és vonjon belőle következtetéseket. Kertész. Ja, itt össze lehet őket párosítani. Aha. Jó, még nézelődjünk. Öreny van. Aha. Na nézzük meg az asztalt. Miért van két pohár? Valakivel összeveszett ez.
Rum, a sailor's drink. Someone drank from this glass recently. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Igen.
Someone drank from this glass recently.
Dohányzás.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work. This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oh. Hát ez egy hajó, de mit kell csinálni? Ne? Várjál, nem lehet mindenhez hozzányúlni. Pipához hozzá lehet. De azt csak fölegesen lehet nyomni. Dohánylevél. Ezt lehet vízszintesen mozgatni, illetve ezt csak vízszintesen. Mi? Ó, lehet forgatni. Jó, oké. Értem. Így, pipa. Jó. Levél. Így. Ennek viszont az elejére kell mennie. Ha? Az mi lehet ott? Wow. Oh.
Yes, this is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors. Dundee.
Dundee.
Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
És az éles megfigyelő. Hát hiába.
The
Well
tooth
enough.
of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Jaj, ja.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Oh. Mire lehet használni? Arra majd rájövünk később. Jó napló. Az, hogy így ketten voltak, az... terület. Lábnyomok. Na, végre.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Ez valaki más. Na de ki?
Have you finished inspecting the crime scene?
Még nem. Beszéljünk az öreg lánnyal. Valamit elhallgat. Nem lehet bemenni, mi? Nem? És ez a ház. Házba se lehet bemenni? Beszéljünk csak vele.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Ó, régóta nem dohányzott.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Az lehetett a bátukdoboz.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small chest, perhaps.
Ó, azt meg nem is teszem meg, ezt a jobb is. Mi van ilyenkor? Mivel? Mire jó ez az F betű? Nézzük csak meg. F betű. Képzelet indítása. Ó. Karakterváltás. Azt itt. Tehát már csak egy. Lehet itt a képzelettel. Na. Nézzük meg a bizonyítékokat. Arra tűzve. Nincs kertész. Ez nem jó. Kertész nem pályázat. Betörési kísérletek. Hoppá. És betörési kísérlet és hiányzó pádokdoboz. Okos világot ki. Találd meg a bűnöst. Ez mi?
Ha! Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Készíts elő egy csapdát. Lehet? Biztos le lehet még valami. Na igen. Igen. Miért nincsenek ott a nyomok például? Nyomokat. Találok valamit. Van például egy ablak.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Hát... Asszociáció B. Semmire nem lehet. Mi az F1? Koncentrálás, vonjla belőle a piros színi hibás nyom kombináció. Semmilyen következtetés igazából levonni, úgy látom. Jó. Akkor állítsunk csapdát.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Micsoda fű.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
Hát legyen.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Meg ilyen tutoriál. Aki ilyen.
Shh! Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there! All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey. but we were here, waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I
Oh.
didn't.
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't.
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not. It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
Ő volt a gyilkos.
But
In light of recent
A dohány
events,
érjött.
it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary.
Azon volt ez a
All the
monogram.
same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Na. Ez. Ha. 14. Ma. Igen. De nem az volt az a volt. Mi volt az? Á, ezen van. Ezért jött. Szédek. Emlék. Hang. Karakterportré. Jó, menjünk a yardra. John. Hát meg.
Mr. Holmes?
Ó. Tick, hogy megjelent ott
Good morning,
valaki.
Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ez csak az evidence room. Ó. Hol van az evidence? Evidence. Az igen.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Ó.
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Majd megkérdez. From Erdolson. Friend and partner. 1883. Erdolson.
A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Bizonyítés. Staff room. Oh. Straight. Erre lesz. Interrogation room. Na beszéljünk vele. Tengerészkés.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Oops. Rövid kabátója. Hát gombok. Drága szöveg.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
Na nézzük. Körülbelül 19 éves gazdag családban nőtt fel, de miután apja 10 évvel ezelőtt elhagyta őket, családjával szegénységbe süllyedt. Hol pucolással kereste a pénzt. Fizikailag gyenge. Hát nem ő tűzte fel a falra, az hitszettség. Nyomva testével. Menjünk a lesztrekhez.
Locked.
Már lehet. Tik-tak. Ez egy jó nyom, az biztos. Betörési kísérletek azért. Visszaszerezik a jegyzetfüzetet. Valaki. Itt a kerül meg de nem volt ideje hozzá. Kísérlet. Dohányzott falra tűzve. Gyors intézkedés. Hiányzó párhoz. Oké. Még egyszer ezek.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Bizonyíték
These
szükség.
abbreviations mean something, but what?
your service, Mr. Holmes.
Hol van a Leszter? Menjünk vissza a Baker Streetre. Nem. Készíts előre. Van egy lőtést, igen. Vizsgáld meg. Na nézzük.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
At least.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Azt nem lehet használni ennek kapcsán. Aha. Az átöltözésnek a nagy jelentősége nincs. Aztán nézzük meg, mit lehet ott csinálni. Haj és kalap. Aha. Szemüvegek. Hadszőrzet. Ezek még mind kolva vannak. Na, csörögjünk csak vissza a tett helyszínre. Következtetés megmutása. Jó, hát itt még túl sok minden nem tudunk következtetni. Menjünk tovább. Lássuk csak. Most nincsenek már itt a bőrök. Ott az öreg lány.
Who could do such a thing?
Vala nem lehet már beszélni. Oké.
This place is not covered. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Igen, ezt tudjuk. Semmi új nyomom nincs. Oké. Azok micsoda például. Itt nem vettem észre.
Ra. Someone. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Na, ezt nem találtam még meg ezek szerint. Oké. De ezt se rakja ide. kell derítenünk, hogy egy képzetlen ember képes egy szigonya megállni teljesen átbaszt.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Oh. Szigonyhajítási kísérlet. Na menjünk csak a Baker Streetre. Valamit meg kell nyitni. Na, dobd el azt.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
This no.
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe.
No.
Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
El kell hoznunk az egyik szigomat. Ja nem, azt meg kell várni. Mert lehet, hogy nem kell elmenni a szigonyért. Megnézzük, hát ha mégis el kell jönni érte.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the
I am ready. Menjünk a Butcherhez. Na.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Lélegzet visszatartása. Ó, hogy ez ilyen kis. Na.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can. The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Ó. Akkor kell lőni, amikor...
Holmes, you should try to aim better.
Na.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Erőkövetelmény. Ó. Aha. Itt választanom kell. Szerencse volt, vagy az átlagnál jóval két embernek. Legyen ez. Kertészhez semmi. Ehhez sincs. Ehhez sincs. Nem. Ki lehetett a másik? Ez a menjünk a Scotland Yardra, aztán beszéljünk a csávóval.
These are the suspects.
R. Dawson.
From R. Dawson. And partner, 1883.
Eddig miért nem olvastál?
To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Archive. Third. Hang. Vannak befejezve. Vizsgáld meg, igen. Szerep az. Jó kérdés. Rá még egyet.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Apja kabátja és egy gyűrű dohányzacskó. Mihez lehet köze? Áldozat profiljához. Varázskés. Nem nyert. És választ.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Mindig is az övé volt. Nem az apjával függ össze. Ha?
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Kamozol. És egy... Ezt már ugye kiválasztottuk.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Igen, ezt már kiválasztottuk, tehát ez nem lehet.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true...
The ring is mine.
Kabát.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Keresés az archívumban. Hol az archívum? Egyébként.
Locked.
Azt ráadásul sincs itt sem. Stuff room. Semmi. Evidence room. Ezt kell menni a Baker Streetre valószínűleg. Na, akkor menjünk vissza a Baker Streetre. Megkövetkezéseink vannak. Hát egyre több nincs. Hol van az archívum? Ezek a levelek. Keresés Dawson 1000. Aha. Társadalmak kell megnyílt az első 83-as csőttörvény. Fenében. Dawson és nem csőttbe megy. Hoppá. Lehet, hogy számlaszámok, vagy valami hasonló. Hitelezői.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Menjünk vissza.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Hajónaplók vizsgálata. Ez mi? Gondozott kert. Aha. Azt mondja, hogy a hajónaplókat meg kell vizsgálnunk. Hát lássuk.
That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
A legénység. Kormányos. Intéző szakács. The Carry.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log notes for August. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate, I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Keresd meg a tengerészet segítségét. Segíthet. Hogy? TX. Ott visszanézd. Nézzük meg a Wigginst.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Na. Tőlem. Lestrada. Nincs újabb nyom. Jó.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly
No.
now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking. These are the suspect's belongings. These are the suspect's belongings. A pen, nothing unusual about it.
Semma.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
Fontos levél.
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Ó. Igen, mert nem kemikáliázni. Hát nézzük meg, valószínűleg nem fog mondani úgyse semmit.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Na lássuk. Hát ő biztos, hogy Magyarhoz. No csak, no csak. Aztán megtaláltuk a kertészt. Maradványok. Porsche cíneget már. Még valami van. Kezel.
That's all for now.
Kötvény. CPI. Igen. 9-es. Igen. Menjünk a véghez. Nem? Igazából megnézhetjük a csizmanyomokat. Hát kell raknom ezt egy gyorsabb diszkre. Sokat töltöget.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Exactly.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Kertészkedő. Szembesítsük csak ezt a...
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
Ismeri. Kamuzik ez a öreg lány. A muzik. Apa. Lábnyomok, kertész. Ez mi? Hagyja, hogy... De miért tagadja? Semmi ez nem.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Oké. Menjünk a békét. Álljunk.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Ő. Ja, és bele kell töltögetni. Ha? Mi volt a
First
recept?
condition, all 7
Mind a héten.
reagents should
Igen.
be used. Second condition, orange reagent
Narancsárga a
should be the
harmadik,
third one in the
kék a második.
sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
És on... Jó. Hol látszik, hogy ez a harmadik?
First condition, second
Igen,
condition,
narancsárga.
orange
Harmadik,
reagent should be the third one.
narancsárga.
Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Van egy zöld is. Legyen a zöld az első. Kék. Sárga. Utána kell jönni egy. Meg.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Eddig jó volt. Zöld az első. Második. Mi volt? Kék. Addig jó. Oké, harmadik narancssárga. És a kék volt a rossz.
First condition, or second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one. Third
Kék
condition.
után.
Colorless reagent should be...
Jó. Tick.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the...
Még egyszer. Zöld-kék. Zöld. Kék. Oké. Narancssárga. Fehér. Jó. És akkor...
No, something isn't right. I need to start the...
Jó. Zöld. Értem, hogy ér. Még egy narancs. Fehér.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Az, hogy nem jó. Kék, narancs, fehér, narancs. Ez stimmel. Ez a második. A harmadik kék. Nem, a második kék. Tehát az első nem lehet narancs. De lehet például fehér. Fehér. Kék. Ha itt elrontom, akkor már itt elkezd izélni. Nem. Aha. Hát csak akkor kezdi el, amikor már teljesen ezzel van. Ha.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Világos. Kettes kék. Hármas narancs. Utána fehér. Az első is lehet fehér. Az utolsó. Legyen fehér, kék. A kék után narancs kell. A narancs után pedig fehér.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction. First condition. Second condition. Orange reagent should be third condition. Colorless.
Hát ez pedig kiadja azt, hogy ez zöld. Ez tutira kék. Kék után a harmadik a narancs. Narancs után a színtelent kell. Utána megint egy narancs. A narancs után színtelen kell. És akkor már csak a kék marad. Mi nem jó.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Hát ez hülye. Nem akarom kihagyni. Jó. Okay.
My analysis table.
Ahogy itt lehet csinálni. Fölmenő. Mentési pont óta. Mi a mentési pont? Betöltés. Utolsó. Aha, hát jó, ez itt mentett. És innen tudjuk folytatni. Elvileg. Jó. Na, akkor eddig tartott ma a Sherlock Holmes. Automatikusan mentett egyet, nagyon helyesen. Átpattintom egy másik drive-ra, és majd úgy nyomozunk. Aki kíváncsi a történetre, azt tartson majd velem a következő alkalommal. Addig is szevasztok, szép estét, bye bye!